Welcome to the farm.
Welcome to the farm. I'm Justin, and recently we've been doing a lot of work getting a water line down to the garden and installing this frost-proof hydrant. In the last video, we got everything permanently hooked up in the basement, so this water line is good to go, and we've been using it for about a week, and it is amazing. I'm so happy we did it. There's no hoses running through the yard. All we gotta do is come down here, flip the lever, and we have water. Don't have to go up to the house and do anything. It's been amazing. So happy we did this. Now the goal for today's video is to finish backfilling this trench up to conduit height, get our conduit in the trench, and then backfill on top of the conduit. But before we do that, we have something else we need to do. So the issue we have is this section of the trench has been open for probably about 2, maybe even 3 weeks now while we've been working on the rest of the trench. And during that time, we've had a lot of days of rain, and all our dirt has kind of washed down into this open part of the trench and has buried the end of our conduit. So before we can backfill, I need to find out where this conduit is so I don't overfill the rest of the trench. All right, found the end of the conduit, so we should be good to fire up the excavator, backfill this small section of trench, and extend our conduits. So much like last time I was out here digging and backfilling, I'm at a spot where I can't get the tractor in here to backfill with the loader, so I've been using the excavator, and the easiest way to do that is to actually drive the excavator up onto the piles, and then dig from the bottom of the pile, swing, dump the trench, and pull everything towards you on top of the pile. Now, last time I was out here backfilling, I got a little overzealous with the backfilling and I backfilled the trench too much. I need a minimum of 18 inches of cover on top of my pipe to finish grade. And right now, in the deepest side of the trench here, I'm at like 15, 16 inches. So I need at least another 2 to 3 inches down before the pipe. So I need probably 3 to 4 to 5 more inches of depth to cover my pipe and to be legal. So as I fill the rest of this trench, I'm going to try to be a little more mindful of that and not fill it in quite so much. So the rest of the trench is to conduit height now. I think the next step is to bring the excavator back this way, and as I do, scratch out the trench that I had already backfilled previously to see if I can get it to the proper depth. So taking the excavator and scooping out in the trench like that worked really, really well. I am very happy with how that turned out. So I think we'll grab some conduit, start gluing, and then we can start backfilling. Well guys, the conduit is in the trench. I am so excited about that. That's been a long time coming. So I think now we'll be able to hop up on the machine, get this trench completely backfilled, probably up until just before the hose bib here. Now, I'm gonna do my best to capture as much as I can, but these cameras are overheating like every 20 minutes. It is really crazy hot today with no air movement at all. I think it's like 90 degrees out Fahrenheit and feels like 100 or something ridiculous like that with no air movement and very high humidity. I mean, it's afternoon and the grass is still soaked with dew. So it's kind of miserable out here, but I'm gonna set you guys up. We'll hop on the excavator, get up on that pile, start throwing dirt in the trench. So the backfilling is going really, really well. Unfortunately, I'm to the point now where if I'm up on the pile on the excavator, the part of the trench that I can reach is already as full as I want to make it because I want to leave room for all the topsoil and stuff. So I kind of scratched everything up into a pile. I'm going to get the machine out of the way. I'm going to grab the Kubota and I'm going to start pushing from the far side, grabbing loaderfuls, coming around, dumping it in the trench, and working on pushing the pile this way towards the trench right behind you where it's still a little low. So we got that whole big pile back in the trench. Now I tried using the loader and it didn't work so well. I couldn't maneuver the way I wanted to and dump square with the trench, or coming in on this side and trying to pick from the pile. I was too close to the trench and my back wheel kept kind of sliding into the trench and getting uneven, so I couldn't get a nice even scoop with the bucket. So we hopped back on the excavator and drug everything with the excavator. It worked really well. I got a really, really nice finish here. It was slow. It took me a long time, but I'd rather have it take me a long time and end up with a great finished product than try to rush and end up with rocks and stuff that I'll end up hitting with the mower. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. The next thing we need to do is grab the excavator, start pulling the clay and the topsoil back into the trench, and mixed in with all that clay and topsoil is a bunch of piles of rock. I want to get all that cleaned up as well. I was really hoping to get all this backfilled today. Unfortunately, heat's finally starting to get to me. However, I did get 4 or 5 big loaderfuls of rock pulled out of here. So hopefully next time we can just hop in the excavator and get all this topsoil back in the trench and have this section completely backfilled. Hopefully you guys found this interesting. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.